Is the Joplin area a safe place to live? Watch this video to find out. What's going on, everybody? My name is Chris Moutry, and as you know, I am a local real estate agent here in Joplin with Real Pro Real Estate Professionals. I wanted to shoot this video to talk about a question that we get quite often, actually, and that's just wondering if Joplin, Missouri is actually a safe place to live or not. And in this video, I'm going to go over the 5 safest cities, or what I would see as the safest cities in the Joplin metro. But before we get into that, I wanted to take a quick second to let you guys know that if you are thinking about moving to the Joplin area, to feel free to reach out to us. You can give us a call, you can send us a text, you can email us, you can message us on this video, or you can direct message us on all of our social media accounts. However you guys want to get a hold of us, go ahead and reach out, because we got your back when it comes to moving to the Joplin area. And another thing, if you guys are wanting to stay up to date on all the awesome stuff that's going on here in the Joplin area, we put out a ton of videos on what it's like to live, work, play here in the Joplin area, and just all the stuff that's going on. So if you guys want to stay up to date on that, then go ahead and click that subscribe button and go ahead and hit that bell so that you're notified every time when a new video comes out. All right, so now, is Joplin area a safe place to live? Well, to be honest, we do have a higher crime rate, and I was trying to find some statistics, and I was reading some stuff online to really get an idea of our crime rate. Now, to be honest, the Joplin area does boast a bigger crime rate than most cities of its size. But the one thing that I saw whenever I was reading all these articles is some articles would list it as, you know, the 10th safest place. Some articles would list it as the 60th safest place in Missouri. So it was really kind of back and forth and all over the board on everything that I was seeing. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to talk from my personal experience. I have lived here almost all of my life. So I'm just going to go off of the experiences that I've had here in Joplin and what I've seen just growing up here. Now, I can say that we do have some crime here in Joplin, but it's almost like any other city of this size, or even of a bigger size, is that most of the crime here is going to be more in your downtown area. So it's kind of the areas that you wouldn't want to be in the first place. And if you're thinking about moving here, that's one thing that I would advise, to not really move into the downtown area. Now, that's not to say that you can't be in downtown, though, because they have amazing things here when it comes to the community events. During the warmer months, we have Third Thursdays, which is down on Main Street here in Joplin, downtown. And that's just, you know, it's their art walk and all the stuff, and all the stores are open. It's a really great community event that they put on here, and that is smack dab downtown, and that is 100% safe. I have no problem taking me, my wife, and my little 3-year-old that we have. And that just speaks volumes to how safe that it actually is if I'm willing to take my family there. So I would suggest, if you're going to go downtown and enjoy what Joplin does have to offer, that you are totally fine. I just wouldn't do it at nighttime. And I would say that that goes for most big cities too. Now, Joplin's not that big of a city, but for where we're at, it is a big city for our community. But with that being said, if you're thinking about making the move here, then that's one reason why you really need to reach out to us, so that we can kind of show you where you want to be and what areas really are the safest, and keep you out of those, you know, not so good areas. So if you're thinking about making the move here, then go ahead and reach out to us so that we can get you in the area that you actually want to be in. That's going to be an area that you can enjoy being in and feel very comfortable and safe. There really isn't one place in the entire Joplin metro area that I wouldn't feel safe taking my entire family to any time in the day. All right, so now let's get into the top 5 safest cities in the Joplin metro. Okay, so for number 5, I'm going to have to go with Joplin, the actual city of Joplin. And now I know this video is kind of about, is Joplin safe? So I don't want to contradict myself in saying that it is a safe place to live, but out of the 5, Joplin is the biggest. We have about 52,000 people here in the city limits. So you're just going to have a higher crime rate because there's more people here. But the one good thing about the Joplin metro is that it's kind of made up of 4 or 5 cities that, you know, we have more cities than that in the Joplin metro, but there's basically 5 cities that everyone knows of and that are your main cities. And if you're thinking about moving to the Joplin area, that's one thing that a lot of people don't realize if you're not here and already living here, that, you know, even though you're wanting to move to Joplin, there's places like Carthage, Junction, all the other cities that surround Joplin, and they're only about a 10-minute drive. So you can work in Joplin and live in, say, Carthage, and it's no different than if you lived in a bigger city and working across town. So whenever we're talking about living in Joplin, we're really talking about living in the whole Joplin area, the whole Joplin metro, because it really is so close, and it's only any city around here to be in the center of Joplin, you're only 10 or 15 minutes away. But for this list of the top 5 safest cities, I would have to put Joplin at number 5, just because of the size, like I was saying. So you do have a higher crime rate. But there is absolutely no reason to not live in Joplin, but for this list, like I said, we're going to put it at number 5. But if you're wanting to move to Joplin and you're strictly wanting to be in the Joplin city limits, then there is amazing neighborhoods here that we can get you in, and you will be completely safe. We have a lot of different areas here that offer a lot of different things. So if you're thinking about Joplin, don't let that number 5 spot deter you. Just get with us so that we can show you the safest areas. All right, so number 4. Me personally, I would say that number 4 would have to be Webb City. Now, I don't know if a lot of people would agree with me on that, but in my personal opinion, I would say that Webb City is the 4th safest place to live. And like I said, I want to reiterate this. All 5 of these places are 100% safe. You just need to be in the right areas and you'll be perfectly fine. But for this list, we're going to put Webb City at number 4. And also, Webb City has some great schools, especially if your kids are into sports. They have a top-notch football program there. So if that's important to you, then Webb City is definitely a place to take a look at. All right, so number 3, that's going to have to be Carterville. Now Carterville, it's like I said, we're getting to these top 3 and all top 5 are definitely safe, but the number 3rd one I'm gonna have to put is Carterville. And that is a great area. You kind of get more of that tight-knit community, you know, kind of more of a small town feel, but I would say that Carterville would hit number 3 on our list. Carterville as well has great schools, so that's definitely something to take a look at there. All right, so number 2, the top 2. For number 2, I'm gonna have to go with Carthage, Missouri for number 2. And this is another one of those where some people might not agree with me on this, and I might be a little partial because Carthage, Missouri is actually where I grew up personally. But in my opinion, Carthage, Missouri is a great city to live in. It's only about a 12-minute drive from Carthage to Joplin. So it's like I was saying, if you wanted to live in Joplin, if you wanted to work in Joplin and live in Carthage, you know, you can just jump on the highway and be in Joplin in about 10 to 15 minutes. Traffic here is not bad whatsoever, no matter what time you're traveling to work. But I would definitely have to say Carthage is a great area. It's a very historical city. One of the main draws, or one of the main events here in Carthage on an annual basis is the Maple Leaf Parade. And that's a huge festival where they have a parade, you know, they have all kinds of stuff around the square. And you just really get that tight-knit community feel here whenever that's going on and throughout the entire year. So that's a great thing. So I would say that Carthage, Missouri is definitely a very family-friendly place. Once again, it's a city with great schools, good academics, but I would definitely have to say Carthage, for me personally, I would rank it as the 2nd safest place in the Joplin Metro. All right, so number 1, numero uno, I'm gonna have to go with Carl Junction here in the Joplin Metro. Now I'm going with Carl Junction for number 1 because the crime rate is lower. It's actually about on par with Carthage. Now all these are kind of just my personal opinion for living here all of my life, so they're kind of subjective. But I can tell you, just, you know, being in Carl Junction, driving around there, you know, it definitely has a very safe feeling. They have a neighborhood there called Briarbrook, and that is probably one of our top neighborhoods here in all of the Joplin Metro. Great schools in Carl Junction, great academic. That's kind of a trend that you're seeing here. Just all the schools here straight across the board are pretty good schools. They all have really good sports programs along with the academics, which is the important thing. But that's also a reason why we picked Carl Junction, because just the feel of it, it's definitely one of those, like a Carthage is, very tight-knit community. You know, you're gonna know your neighbors there and you're gonna really feel a part of the community and welcome there. So that's why I would say the number 1 spot on the top 5 safest cities in the Joplin Metro would go to Carl Junction. All right, guys, so that's going to do it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you did, if you wouldn't mind to take a minute to like this video, click that subscribe button and hit that bell so that you're notified every time that we put out a new video, so that you guys can stay up to date on all the awesome stuff going on here in the Joplin Metro area. And like I said, if you guys are thinking about moving to the Joplin area, whether that be Carthage, Carl Junction, any of the smaller cities, just the whole Joplin Metro area, be sure to reach out to us. You can give us a call, you can send us a text, you can email us, you can hit us up on all of our social media platforms, you can comment below on this video. However you want to get a hold of us, go ahead and reach out, because we got your back when it comes to moving to the Joplin area, and we absolutely love helping people here make the move, whether that be, like I said, moving from somewhere else, making a move up, or downsizing in a home. Whatever the case may be, go ahead and reach out to us and we would absolutely love to help you. All right, guys, well, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys have an absolutely amazing day, and we'll see you next time.